supposed to. Yes, you gotta lay like that
Okay,
the whole
but
fucking time.
it's too much on me now.
No, because if I sit here,
down.
see?
Oh, okay. Wow.
Or I
Ratio
can
aspect.
bring it over here a little bit.
Oh wow, dude, this is a good wide angle. We've got it. Yeah, this is wow. This is manipulation of things. Yeah, I feel like I'm not super intimate with the camera, but that's okay.
Well, I don't think the whole. I mean, the camera you don't have to be super intimate with.
I mean, I guess on the Fallon show and shit, this is kind of how it is. Like,
yeah, but this isn't the Fallon show. This is engage with the world.
but what about like if you had a desk though, and then you had
that's
a chair.
what I want. Eventually,
See,
I want.
but this is that though. But this is that. This is the couch.
Well, yeah.
This is the couch that more than one person could be on.
Well, and then maybe not get maybe get another bench that's not the height of the coffee table, or maybe get like just a little bit of a taller coffee table. But I want to have some stuff hanging up here. But I mean, I want it to be comfortable, so that my guests feel comfortable.
Yeah, I just
when we engage with the world.
Where's the surrender the booty?
Yeah, so that flag. I want to hang it up right back here.
Are you doing that Arnold stuff again this year? Are you doing the CrossFit competition at the Arnold?
No, I'm not. I tried to sign up for it, but nobody wanted to do it with me. There's a bunch of assholes. I would like to do it. No, I don't have. I have a Game of Thrones game.
That's a tapestry.
I know it's around here somewhere. I have it. It's here, but I think Murphy hit it because she didn't want it to be hanging up anymore. But
it was hanging up though.
It was hanging up. It was hanging up in my apartment in Perrysburg, and then it was kept in a drawer at Gahanna, and I was told the same thing with Bob. Fucking Bob Marley hid away in my closet. She has him just hid away. Won't let Bob hang up.
So, you're definitely not painting today.
No.
There's no way.
Well, I was hoping that we'd go and drink afterwards and get some food, but you have to go work out.
Yeah, I mean...
I've already had a couple drinks, and then obviously we smoked a lot. So, I don't know.
What, you were trying to go get food and drinks tonight?
Well, yeah, but working out sounds pretty fun too.
Well, my workout is going to be pretty light given the way how my body feels right now.
Well, what are you going to do?
Not a lot of lifting so I can avoid puking. Like a nice good fat burning cardio type sesh or whatever, like several different machines and probably just a good couple miles or whatever on the track and maybe walk a couple miles on the treadmill with a nice incline. I mean, I don't know. It's just gonna be like an hour to an hour and a half of just me trying to get a sweat.
Moving?
Yeah.
Of just moving? I like
just
that.
getting a sweat. I mean, and I could trickle in if I don't go to the gym at all, what I started trying to do, but over this past week I was feeling kind of sick, but I try to just do 21s, just go down 21 to 1 by 2s. Push-ups on one side and flip over and do.
You go 21s down by 2. Why would you start with an odd and go down by an even number? Why wouldn't you go down by like 3s? You know, like 21, 18, 15, 12.
I like that, but you're getting more reps and you're not completely burning out. While it's 121 reps, I believe. If you're to add 1 through 21.
Oh, so you go like 21, 20, 19.
No, 21, 19, 17, 15, 13.
That's just
what we did in high school. I don't know if I don't know if they doled down the workout for us because it's tough to do. You know what I mean? It's for most kids, and I think when I first got started, dude, I couldn't do 21 push-ups in a row.
I could either.
You know, being little guy, and I always thought, the little guys have it easy, and the big guys have it hard, but yeah, there are a lot of little guys who they never knew what that felt like, what that pressure was and all that, and it's just...
Well, and then your chest gets real tight, and now look, you probably do like
arms and shit, but I mean, at one point, when we were at Bowling Green, like the last time I was 230 or 225 in 11 or 12, after me and Steph broke up, that's when I was doing like 50 push-ups at once. Like I could just bust out some shit. I was heavy on the triceps, but I was busting them out. I was like, damn man, this is cool. And I think that I don't think I got 100. If I got 100, man, that'd be awesome. I may have gotten like 70 or something like that, but I feel like maybe I did. I don't know, dude. I was killing it.
I remember we did those 10 sets of 10. We'd go like 10 out in front, 10 alternating, then 10 presses behind. That was pretty brutal. And then the curls, holding it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And going up incremental, like from different starting points or whatever.
Like
they call those 21s too. Yeah.
So you do 7.
Or the ladders. People call them ladders. People call them 21s.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I did it with, we learned in football or whatever, do it with push-ups and then flip over and do core on the other side. So it's like, you're just banging it out, but I do believe the number is 121 if you do, go down by 2. And sometimes my last set, I'll go ahead and do as many as I can and burn out, you know what I mean? See how much I've left in the tank, because it's not worth it to flip over and do 1 push-up. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I know that 1 to 10.
Unless I hold it, or if I change my I don't want to say grip, my
width.
If I alterate, wide grip, or dude. I mean, those right there, dude. That shit was crazy. When the first time somebody tried me to do a diamond push up, man.
Well, you get the triceps real good, and then if you widen it, but then you can like hug your side. And you can actually press up with your tricep instead of using the chest.
But I had that shoulder shit going with me, though, a couple years ago. And I definitely just need to keep on rehabbing. They say, like, once, if you have an issue like that, to avoid any further damage or to make sure you can still, But I came leaps and bounds with my back, because it was my back. This just bicep tendon and rotator cuff, just not that great, but I always put more stress on it because I didn't know I had nerve damage.
Well, I'm just low-key think some doctors are just full of shit. I really think they're just kind of guessing. When they say shit like you shouldn't do that anymore. Like I feel like you gotta take it with a grain of salt, because I was told not to do a lot of shit.
After the MRI came out, it was just a small tear in my
stem cells.
Small tear in my
labrum.
Yeah, in the labrum. Nothing crazy, but then when they took the something kg. I don't know if it was an NKG. It measured your...
An MRI?
No, they did the X-ray first, of course, because they have to do that first for billing purposes.
Well, an EKG is what goes into your heart.
Okay, no, NKG.
Like a neuromuscular type of...
Yeah. Bingo.
Okay.
See, you know these things. Exercise scientist.
Well, that's what they did on my knee when they told me, so it's...
So it's
you're good to go.
Yeah. because to measure to see if you could actually fire those. Yes.
Well,
those nerves.
They wanted to see if it was still connected, or if anything was still connected.
Well, that's the kind of test they could do to be able to determine, because
that's again why I think sometimes they're just a little bit full of shit. Because
no, they do the things. But it also helps though sometimes, because your insurance will actually end up because all that shit's very expensive. Mm-hmm. And insurance, the more you go to those and there was a time too that in a financial hardship, you can put on the back of those. You can get your invoice in the mail. You can put on the back. Basically, you just turn in a form saying, "This is how much money I make. Here are my expenses." Basically, for me to pay this $3,000 for this X-ray, out of pocket, dude. I can't do that. Yeah. But so then they will give grace, and I think I even had insurance, but there was just no my insurance. It was right under the out of pocket of however many thousands of dollars. The worst plan ever. That Obamacare thing, it's super cool that it gives me access to it. I wouldn't want to go through a private thing, but this year I'm paying back taxes because I made too much money and they lent me money to have good insurance. I didn't use it once. I didn't have one claim.
But I've just
and my prescription costs were sky high.
I had no idea that it was illegal to not have.
I didn't know
health insurance.
Do that.
I thought it was illegal to not have car insurance, which I understand. But dude, I didn't have health insurance for 3 years after college. I just recently started working at Buckeye. I got health insurance. I was like, okay, and I still don't ever use it.
No, that is cool. I mean, but people have, I've known of situations or whatever when people are like, yeah, like if they ask me if I had health care, like when I file taxes, I just say yeah. I mean, but at a certain age, you know, you're under your parents, you can be into 25,
26.
6 months into,
Yeah.
you're, you know, after you turn 26. But, and you have to have it for, I think, the majority of the year, but if it's not work provided, like that's something they do ask you because it's a lot of money. But if you have to turn in a form and it tells you how much money that they gave you a tax credit for to obtain insurance. Yeah. And I still right now I'm paying like almost $200 and they're lending me, you know, whatever. But yeah, if you make more money than what was estimated for them to lend you or whatever, give you the tax credit for, then you have to end up paying some of that back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's like, dang, dude, hold up. Like, but the fact that I didn't even use it, and it's like, these insurance companies are making out on people all the time because
that's why
you have to have it, and we as the government can help you obtain, you know, health insurance, but it's not really that much more affordable. And then if you're paying nickels and dimes for health insurance and you need it, what's that going to get you? You know what I mean? Like you could get screwed if for some reason a policy that you signed, you didn't read the you know, benefits, and you have one accident, you know, incident or whatever, and now you have to pay back $100,000 because
like some bullshit, you only have your left arm covered.
It's
you
like,
broke your right.
Wait, sorry. Like, come on, wait, hold on.
I'm sorry, Karen.
Hey, your insurance did cover this, but your you know, ambulance ride's gonna cost you
$1 billion.
Yeah, and it's like, hold on, what? Yeah. You know, you want to make sure you're taken care of, but how do I even know? And there's a lot of people who say, I mean, you just have to look at your benefits and all that, but to be able to understand that and to be someone who, if, let's say you're not educated, I feel like that would be really shitty. If you can't read, or if you can't, but you can go on, if you are very poor, if you're poor, really poor, then you can get Medicare, or is it Medicaid? It's whatever the one.
Medicaid. Yeah, because
Medicare is for older people. Okay, but either way, you can get government assistance. You know what I mean, for whatever, a lot of things. Like if you're poor, but if you don't make under a certain amount of money, or you don't make any money at all, then you qualify for Medicaid, I do believe, and you can get, you know what I mean, and that's great. But there's some people who still, like I said, either don't use it. I don't know. It's just good to have. I don't know. I thought that the president was gonna do something about having fucking
making it a little bit better.
Well, yeah, I saw something that said Trump Care or something. I didn't know if it was a real commercial, but I think it was help vote something to be able to it's a new system of healthcare. But I thought that he was gonna say that you don't need it. We're not going to penalize you if you don't have it. And if you don't want to have it, okay, fine. You know what I mean? And I don't care personally, and I don't know. I don't want to get into that, but
I don't understand why.
I don't want to be socialist. I don't want I want everyone to be taken care of if they need to be taken care of.
Well, I think
you know what I mean.
I think,
and we shouldn't get ripped off.
I think healthcare is kind of like I don't want to say like a God-given right, but I feel like if you're a living human being, you shouldn't have to fucking worry about where you're gonna live, if you're gonna get food, or if you that's kind of bullshit. If it's not like you asked to get fucking cancer, so if you need to get help,
legit,
I feel like you should at least get help. And I think it's ridiculous that, when we were at Bowling Green, who was it that worked at that Panda Express? Was it Stars? It might have been.
Was it Panda Express?
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah.
Remember the Panda Express in Bowling Green?
Yeah, it was in the Union.
Get out.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
right
sure
next
it
to
was
that
Panda
steak.
Express?
Yeah, no, I know for a fact it was. They ate it so much. It was right next to.
Yeah, but they didn't have general. They don't do General Tso chicken. They do orange chicken.
Yeah,
and
that bullshit. But I think it was Jessica Rolfe that was working there, and she was saying that at the end of the night they have to throw that. I guess a couple of their coworkers got fired because they were taking the food home with them instead of throwing it away. And so Panda Express fired them because they were quote unquote stealing the food. And they're like, no, I mean, we just didn't want it to go to waste. They're like, no, you're stealing it from us. We, the protocol is to throw it away.
So the employees.
Isn't that some bullshit? The
employees
employees got fired. Yeah.
Well, and usually any manager, any good manager is going to be like, all right, guys, go ahead and like take whatever's left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no, man, they had to throw it. Broke college students, man. They probably just want to spend their money on some weed and some beer, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna get some free
100%.
Panda Express, and then they just. That's it's
That does suck. Okay, did Stars get fired or whoever we knew? Was that one of the people?
Yeah, but dude, that was,
one of our friends was the people.
I don't know
was one
if
of
it
the,
was
okay,
it was Star. It might have been Stars. I don't know, man. That feels like a lifetime ago now. Since I have a meal plan was bomb, dude. Now I have to actually cook all my meals.
Well, my freshman year, I do believe that's the only time that I had it, and it was you had Falcon Bucks.
Yeah, Falcon dollars.
Falcon dollars.
But then
and
swipes came along.
Yeah, but I wasn't around
changed
for the swipes.
Game.
I wasn't around for the swipes. I was around. We actually had.
What do you mean you weren't around for the swipes? You came. You took like a couple.
No,
like
I was around
swipes.
for your swipes. I didn't get swipes.
Or
You know,
my
like I was
swipes.
only on campus for a year.
Oh yeah.
So when I was on campus for a year, I was in the union heavy. Yeah, Starbucks too many times during the day. Like I made sure too when I signed up. I knew that. Okay, I have $40,000 in the hole, dude, with BG. But here's the thing. I don't use my degree. I'm not bitter. I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
But I knew going into it that I'm borrowing money. So I'm like, I never had the opportunity to do this before, and it was just stupid a lot of times, the decisions I made. But like, one of the things is housing, like the first year, and I think I did better off not living on campus the second
yeah,
year.
because the room and board is like $10,000.
But the meal
alone.
plan though too, that's one of the things is you get to choose
Yeah.
what level
Like the
you
gold
want.
status,
Yeah, oh
man.
dude, and I picked the one with the most
Yeah,
fucking dollars. Are
right.
you serious? Yeah,
Yeah.
no man, are you get out. I was at Starbucks, bro. I wish I would have worked at Starbucks. I think that would have been awesome.
Yeah. But
Dude, that would have been miserable to work at Taco Bell. Really, it'd be miserable to work at any place out there.
I think
Except
it
for the
was.
Telefund and except for
dude, you enjoyed working
Stone's
at the
Throw.
Telephone.
No, there
Now,
were just two
Stone's
places.
Throw is
Okay,
cool.
no, one of the
Stone's Throw
nuisances.
is cool.
I did work for the food halls my freshman year, and they gave me a van to drive around and deliver pizza to kids on campus that were using their Falcon dollars. So they were like, you could get
What?
pizza delivery, from Kreischer Food Hall, from the Sundial.
Oh, from the dial, man. Oh,
We delivered
I forgot about
pizzas.
that place too.
That's a legitimate thing. I mean, the pizza wasn't that great. I went back, I cooked the stuff. I mean, dude, I learned how to make a good pie back in the day. I mean, that was the whole way through. That's cool, man. I totally forgot that that was my first restaurant
Damn, dude,
experience,
yeah.
really. But I didn't think about it as a restaurant. I'm like, dude, this is working in the cafeteria at school. I'm like, this is it. But I was getting after it. We were serving good food. I was out on the grill. I think we had people who were like the grill cooks and stuff. But when it came to pizza,
You realize that was 10 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, dude.
10 years.
Well,
a decade.
so
a whole
it's coming
decade.
up on 11, for me,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna be 29 next month.
Damn. Getting old.
29 is not. 29 doesn't sound terrible. Who's 29? There's some good football players at 29. Is Marshall Falk 29?
I
Hey
don't
Siri, what football number was Marshall Falk?
I thought you wanted to know his age. Marshall.
He wore number 28. I'm an idiot. Some kid in high school I know wore 29 though.
Siri.
One more moment.
Oh my god. You know what?
You
don't
know
get
what? She
service
gets
out
an
here.
attitude. Well, yeah, connect to the Wi-Fi, dog.
Sorry,
It's-
I'm having trouble with
alright,
connection.
I can tell.
Please
Thank
try.
you.
It's the one that ends with an 8. And the Hey Murph. Is our Wi-Fi password Hardy Crown 204? Yeah, Hardy Crown 204. it was given to us, but I thought it was a pretty good password, so I wanted to keep it.
Hardy Crown 204. Heard,
Yeah.
heard.
But yeah, one of the things I wanted to talk to you on this was, we were kind of getting there, was being a former teacher, how you think the education system's going.
I mean, it's never any good and it all boils down to money, and that just sucks.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But when Cam posted the other day about the kid who gets, his teacher, first thing she says to him is, "Where's your pencil?"
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like, and then all the shit he had to deal with beforehand, like he had to get his sister up and.
Which Spectrum Wi-Fi is yours?
It's the one that ends with 8.
8. I get on the 5G though.
Yeah, you want? Yeah, you don't want that.
Duty free mirror.
Hardy Crown.
Hardy.
Crown.
Crown.
Crown. Like,
Crown.
Yeah, like the
234.
204. And I feel like you knew that.
No chance. Yeah, no, there are certain schools and stuff, like I had somebody ask me yesterday, they said that their kid has an IEP, and they want to send him to Watterson. The mom doesn't think he'll make it at Watterson.
Bishop Watterson?
Yeah. And right now he's at Reedy in a freshman year. He's trying to send his kids to Watterson next year, and she just doesn't think. And I said, well, why wouldn't he make it? And she's like, he just struggles a lot in language arts. And I'm like, even if you do have paperwork to receive services, the best group settings are small group settings, and there's not enough teachers to be able to provide what you need for everyone, because you want to be able to accommodate, and you want to be able to, you want to be able to reach everybody and be able to help them and answer all their questions right there at that one time. And I think, like, ideally, without jumping too much ahead of what I'm trying to say, is you have to have a small group setting. There's not enough teachers to provide that. Teachers, as it is, already don't get paid. So they're trying to maximize money and maximize teachers' workloads. And it would be different if the money was good, and people think that you get 3 months off in the summertime, and really it's probably a total of 45 days or something because you get out and you might have a couple days after into June, and then from there you have the rest of June, but you probably packed up your classroom, so let's say June 10th, so you got 20 days in June, then it's Independence Day, just like everyone else gets those days off too, right? What I mean? A couple holidays or whatever, and then then it's August, and then 2 weeks into August,
You're right back.
So 20 days, 30 days, that would be 50 days, but I'm not talking weekends, because then we get some holidays off during the year. You know what I mean? And in its totality, I think it's 180 days teaching, because there's 365 days
all fucking day.
And it's difficult, but when people are like, I don't think that it's not worth it. I would rather have year-round schooling. I'd rather have block scheduling with small group classrooms, no more than 16 kids, and